Oh, right. I said earlier I was going to show you the freaky part of going over this bridge, and you go into these Jersey, it's a bridge, but it's like driving into Jersey barriers, and it just gets a little freaky when we get these tight areas. So for me, yeah, am I going to keep my hand? I mean, wow. Like, it's like, woo. I mean, sometimes this truck hangs so far left. So here we come. I mean, look at this. Look. Yeah, not too bad. Yep, hit a little better than I thought. One time I went through my other truck, and it was like driving into the freaking barrier. Look at my fuel mileage. Yeah, I know. People are like, well, tame her down a little bit. Yeah, I did that yesterday, and shit okay, but yeah, all right, whatever. Oh, the roads, the Baltimore Beltway. It's a never-ending challenge. A lot of people out and about. 25 degrees out. Weather isn't keeping everybody in. Sometimes I wonder if people realize that right now I'm driving this truck and it's hands-free. So what happens is people go by you because this truck paces itself, far away, where it understands the reality of stopping in a emergency situation. So what happens when you do these cars in adaptive cruise, people don't like it because you don't tailgate the person in front of them to keep the pace. And what I notice is, I sometimes think to myself, does the person even know that this truck has the technology to allow me not to be driving it per se? I think most people are oblivious to that. I think most people don't even realize that this Ford truck, it has all this technology in it. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, I'd have no idea that, this truck has adaptive cruise. It has hands-free driving. I'd be like, no way. Oh, the adventures never end. But it looks like I'm getting thrown off to go to where I'm going today on a lot of back roads. So right now I'm at 18.5 miles per gallon. So does the back road driving give me some new numbers, because I'm not at these higher speeds and I'm doing a lot of braking and electric motors working more. So it'll be interesting to see if that plays out. Oh, I'm in the back roads now. The putters are in front of me, so probably get my fuel mileage. What's it jump to now? Oh my goodness gracious. It just doesn't end with the technology and the project work and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, anyway, so some probably are thinking, well, if you started a conversation on this morning about talking about the forums, about car forum stuff, then you kind of mentioned that something happened to you and this and that. Well, what I'm trying to convey this morning in my forum conversation is, and how more than ever in today's society, people are shamed for their views and their ideas. And I was just trying to share with you that for me, here recently, in a forum that I belong to, I was exposed, and it's just a devious individual that wants to share how I look at things different from how they look at things. And it's nothing radical by any means, but they're using my content to progress their content in just a whole opposite way of the way people think from the way I think. And that's a tactic by people that try to intimidate you and try to have you change on what you think is right versus wrong. And in today's society, more than ever, we're witnessing the media machine, the social platforms, forums that I just speak of. Individuals are being taught by other individuals to shame people and then try to do devious and abusive things to them, so that they can feel that they're the superior of the two. I mean, that's all that's really going on. For me as an individual in life, I know who I am and I know how I operate, and I'm at peace with myself and God, and that's what matters most to me, is the way I look at things. And so somebody else trying to shame me, all I can look at them and say, well, I feel sorry for you, because why is it all about me? I mean, I think you need to kind of look in the mirror and figure out what's going on with you. But the point is, today more than ever, we're witnessing on how, with Elon Musk, that's why I talk about Elon Musk so much, that he bought Twitter. And it's even funny, the other day on Twitter, somebody asked him, a question about buying Twitter, and he's like, yeah, why'd I buy Twitter? Yeah, I mean, even he's like, but I don't know. I think there's more to it than he's wanting to share on these conversations, where I think he's feeding artificial intelligence information. I think Twitter's all about the AI, personally. And yeah, I mean, I just think there's no way. Elon Musk, I mean, he's always up to something to create something else or make something more of something. The way he goes about it, sometimes things a little misleading, but he usually kind of gets the way he wants to get things. Look at the court case against him for sharing that the Saudi Arabia was going to maybe take Tesla private at $421 a share, and you had the shareholders go after him and try to take him down. Nothing came from that. So, good luck taking down Elon Musk. He's not that stupid. I mean, the guy is a smart guy. So, but the point is, just the Twitter files in themselves just reinforce what I'm conveying this morning, is on how more than ever the social media platform and the media machine, they have an agenda, and they want to control the agenda. And then those who oppose the agenda, those are the ones who are silenced and shamed. And that's going on more than ever. And that's, once again, why I'm trying to share my personal own story, that I myself am, have been caught up in just really devious and spiteful things from another individual that thinks that they're smarter and better than everybody else, and they know all the answers, and they know how everything plays out. And if you don't believe them and listen to them, then they get violent, which is just really bad. It's no different than me right now telling everybody, hey, the Ford misrepresented this product, doing 23 miles per gallon. It doesn't do that, blah, 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 blah. And Ford all of a sudden silences me. Ford comes and takes the truck away from me. I mean, that's kind of the devious and spiteful things that people, kind of look at, because humans operate on, I'm going to hurt you if you don't make me happy. I mean, that's just kind of how the humans are programmed. I mean, I've witnessed it my whole life, is that people want to hurt you if you don't do things the way you want them to do it. And it's just maddening, because I'm in business, and I've witnessed this in my business over the years, on how people will just do devious and spiteful things to you because they get irritated with you, and it has nothing to do with the common sense of the business. It becomes more of a personal thing that creates the anger, and then they just want to punish you for what they feel you did to them wasn't fair to them. It goes on all the time. It's in parenting. How many kids in this world are totally screwed up from parents that have no clue how to raise a kid? And to me, I think sadly, you see these type of kids, grow into their late teenage years and adult years, and they do incredibly bad things. And don't take it the wrong way. I'm not saying that any parent here that's watching my channel that has challenges with their kid, that you're the blame. But at the same time, I think that how you manage and how you interact with people, that's very, very challenging. I mean, that's a huge challenge in life, is how you interact in relationships with others, and you keep it at a respect level, peaceful level, and an understanding level. And unfortunately today, with the really bad social media machine, it's teaching people how to be non-respectful and non-understanding and not compassionate. And that's the thing, that the artificial intelligence is very concerning. Is artificial intelligence going to have that emotion, that compassion, that understanding for the things that humans do wrong, that will end up doing just devious and bad things to humans? I mean, is that where the artificial intelligence evolves to? Is it operates like the humans that do really bad things unto others? But it's even worse because it doesn't have that real real connection with real life. Yeah, I mean, I think that's how it starts to play out. It's just radical. It's just bad. Yeah, a lot of driving here, and what do I get this thing up to, right? It's just like all these back roads. It's so cool. You just see all these little towns. And, you know, what did that place used to be? Who knows? I have no idea. I mean, it's all a little bit of country up here, just outside of Baltimore. And so here's a place, you know, what's this? You know, what's going on there today? So it's softball. So I guess they have an indoor softball thing there or something. I really have no idea. Very interesting. Oh, this is so interesting. This is taking me a little different way from what I usually go. So this is very interesting where I am today. And actually where I'm going, because I've never taken this way. It's kind of concerning when the computer kind of reroutes me a different way. I think, I don't know, does this thing really know where I'm going? United States Post Office, look at that there. So what came about that is this individual is trying to take my personal conversations and then posting it in forums that thinks like he does, and use my conversation to create a conversation to try to progress on how this individual thinks that their views and ideas of what's right versus wrong and is the better of the two, and how I am so wrong. That's what's really bad about this country right now, and it's very dangerous that people don't really come more to terms of understanding each other instead of not understanding each other. I think it's really very concerning, and it's what creates the madness in the streets, sadly. And I've said it so many times, my YouTube channel is not about me wanting to create divisions and madness. My YouTube channel is about creating ideas and sharing thoughts and views that hopefully others can step back and go, yeah, I mean, this seems to make more sense than what the media machine that controls everybody's thoughts and ideas and views, that just is an agenda and is being controlled by a select few. And that's why I like to make my morning conversations each day. I'd like to use my car theme that then kind of relates with the State of Times theme. Yeah, it'd just be nice. It's just all, it's just hard to believe. This is maybe 3 to 5 miles off that beltway. And just look at this. Just all this country. Would you ever think that Baltimore, Maryland, just outside of Baltimore and Maryland, north of Baltimore, Maryland, there'd be all this beautiful country? You're going to say Baltimore, Maryland's that inner city Baltimore, Maryland, where the violence and the squeegee kids are out, doing harm to others if you don't pay them. Do you know those story about the squeegee kids in Baltimore City? Or if you go to Baltimore City, in parts of Baltimore City, if you go up to a stoplight and you're there'll be a guy who'll walk up with a squeegee and he'll look at you like, pay me and I'll clean your windshield. And if you don't pay him to clean your windshield, he's probably going to take your mirror off your car or break your windshield or kick the side of your car. Yeah, this is real stuff that's going on in Baltimore. And I haven't heard much about it lately. You don't hear anything. The media doesn't want to talk much about these inner cities. I mean, they just don't want to. They don't want to, the media that supported putting so many people into power, why are they going to want to talk about all the downfall of what they promoted to be a better world, right? So would you ever guess being out here or just beautiful country? Yeah, I mean, I'd live out here. This is just really nice. Look at this. Now, what's the price of this stuff? Yeah, these the $1 million homes, $1 million properties. But just look how open this is. Even for me, living in this area, as long as I've lived in this area, if you'd have told me that there's this much open country outside of Baltimore Beltway, I'd have been like, no way. I would have thought this been much more developed and much more houses stacked on each other. So wow, pretty cool, right? Like there's a newer home, but right on the road. I don't understand people build their house right on the road. I just don't get that. There's a Catholic church here in service today, doing the Saturday morning church get together. So yeah, this will probably, does this help me at all in getting my mileage back? I don't think. Well, I'm electric driving right now. Yeah, when you're watching my YouTube channel, I can only hope that you can feel like you're seeing some new scenery, you get to explore some new things. And that's why I do this. I just feel like, hey, if I live in California or Colorado or I live somewhere else in the country, I think this is just intriguing to be able to see what does it look like around the Baltimore area. Like now I'm coming into like a little town here. And yeah, I've never gone this way. It's the first time I've gone this way. And yeah, wow. Look at that. Interesting. Wow. Yeah, nobody's on my YouTube channel. Like, yeah. I just can't get over how much country's up here in this area. Wow. Just amazing. Just amazing. Even for me. Just beautiful. Can only imagine in the spring, fall months. Change of colors. Great motorcycle riding too. I mean, this would be a good area to ride your motorcycles, which is pretty cool. And now we're down the back road. So here now, it's all electric driving right now. So I would think I'm really going to start picking this up. So this truck just gets down the road, man. I mean, this thing just, what's incredible about this truck is it just rolls down the road. It's just really, it just doesn't struggle whatsoever. You know, you'd think there would be a nice park over here. Look at that house. That's unique. Nice barn up here on the left. That's why I'm kind of leaving the phone on. Kind of want to see that. Look at that there. Nice property. Look at that. Yep, nice history back here. Look at that little house there. Just more open, wide open space. Wow. You never guess where I'd be. I mean, I know for my fact. Maybe you said, well, if I didn't tell you it's just north of Baltimore, just by a few miles of the Beltway, by the way the bird flies, I'd be like, no way. And since I haven't driven this way before, that's why I'm doing a lot of video in here. I just haven't driven this way before. So even for me, I'm very intrigued. Watch out, lady. Don't pull out, please. Wow, I'm like burning up in this truck. I got the temperature on 69 degrees. Wow. I just can't get over how warm this truck is. I mean, this truck is just toasty warm. And that Bronco, that Ford Bronco, your lower feet get cold. I can only imagine driving that Bronco today if I'd have driven it. That your feet, that's the number one complaint in the Bronco forum, is that the heat isn't well managed in that vehicle. Even though I can see in that Raptor Bronco, when I did my electric brake controller, there's like a new area I never noticed before. It's like a new little air duct that it seems like Ford added to that vehicle to try to get more hot air down into your feet. And I'm just telling you, it's not that great. It's pretty lousy. This truck here, it's toasty warm, too warm. Yeah, if it wasn't for me trying to get 1,000 miles in this truck, right now I'm probably heading to Tennessee Wednesday. I wouldn't have driven this today. I would have driven something else, because I've been driving this truck now like every day since Monday this past week. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Drove the Raptor truck over Monday, picked this up. So now we're literally now at 5 days. Is that right? 6 days? Yeah, no, 6 days. Yeah, so the rate I'm going, I don't think I'll have 1,000 miles this thing by Monday morning. I doubt it. Probably have 800, 700. Seems to get a little more populated here now. Yeah, cool. The Waze thing, these Waze programs are pretty cool. But a lot of people dislike them being the people that live in neighborhoods, because Waze will have you go through people's neighborhoods to get around traffic jams and everything. But for me, I never would have mapped myself this way. Destination today, and that's what's so cool. But it's so weird is I've driven this same destination before, and it's just weird how this time it decided to give me a different destination. And what's really neat is it got me off the main highways, which is just gets so mundane and boring. And this gives me more of a scenic look, scenery. And that's the thing that I guess there's apps out there, I just haven't really looked, where you can get the app that'll give you the real scenic drive on how to go from point A to point B if you don't want to be on the highways, but you're not like in light to light to light and stop and go traffic, but you get to go down the roads like I'm going down. It's all back roads. Yeah. Truck handles really well. Keep it normal. All the time is in normal mode. This thing feels just about like my sport mode and my other trucks. Meaning, so my F-150 Tremor truck I had to go to sport mode to get really that feel of power out of it. And in my Raptor, I had to go to sport mode to really get the feel of power. And in this truck here, this hybrid setup, I don't have to do that. I can leave it in normal mode, and it's plenty powerful. And I'm kind of leaving it in normal mode so I can see if I can get to 23 miles per gallon, which I don't think, the way I drive, I just can't see it. I don't think it's going to happen. That's the reality. Oh, this is interesting. So I may have put the wrong address in for where I'm going today. This is classic, but oh well, it's been an adventurous drive. Uh-oh. Now what are we doing, right? You know, one thing about my career and living on the roads has always been the challenge of I'm always out and about, and then of course I'm up near a dealership that I've like bought a car or bought a motorcycle, bought a truck. So sure enough, today is a day where I'm actually up near the Eisenhower Harley Davidson, and I've been by here I think in a few months, where I bought my nice used CVO Limited, which I just love. That I love that bike. It really is a nice bike. And so you know what, since about Miss Harry working today, I'm going to stop by and say hey and do a little video, show you the showroom and see what's going on there. How about that idea? So, and yeah, and that one is all play into, right? Yeah, I know. I already know. Yeah, hey, go ahead. Go to the Harley dealer and, yeah, then it's going to be, looky here, what's going on here today, right? Yikes. Oh, it'd be interesting. I wonder what the Eisenhower Harley Davidson here in Darlington, Maryland's doing for their Saturday get-together. A lot of these Harley dealers get very creative, and they create like the pancake breakfast Saturday morning. Oh yeah, the Harley Davidson dealerships up in this area, they'll literally have breakfast, big breakfast things to get you into the dealership. Down there in Florida, they got borderline open bar. Down there in Florida, I was at one of the Harley Davidson dealers on a Saturday morning, and they were serving beer off the tap. Wow. So I wonder what the one of these guys' pitch is. I mean, it's all marketing. It's all about trying to get people in the dealership to pull their wallet out. So I guess if you're a business owner and you have to spend $500 on food or $1,000 on food, you know, but it gets enough people in there that sells an extra 2 or 3 motorcycles, then guess what? You accomplish the mission. Here we are. Incredible how U.S. Route 1 is just a major road from up and down the eastern seaboard before the major interstates were built. And so you just have so much of the history of Route 1, like the Route 66. That'd be pretty cool one day to go out there and drive that part of the country. It's always been one of my goals in life. My goal always has been in my life to get a big RV and then just go spend a month or two away from where I live and just explore the country. I've always had that dream. My wife's not so excited about that idea. She's like, why don't we just rent hotel rooms? I'm like, yeah, but it's just a different world. You have your own your RV because you have so many of your belongings. If you're gonna bring the dogs along, you just if you want to tow a vehicle so you can go set up camp in a town for a week and explore and do things. I just think it's more fun. And yeah, I mean, RV is not cheap, but at the same time, wow, look at that beautiful spread. I mean, it's all about the adventure. For me, it's really more about the adventure. And for me, I was really hoping to do that with my parents. I mean, sadly, that won't happen now because my mother's condition and her being older, and it isn't like she's can't do things, but it's really more about being near the doctors. So it isn't that they can't travel. It's more about the being managed and staying close to all the your appointments and visits. Yeah, when you get to be 90 years old, you'll start to understand that a little better. But anyways, yeah, it's always been like a dream of mine is to have that capability, and you got to be pretty successful to pull that off. Meaning, better have all your eggs lined up and things in order to have the savings, or you've got a company and business where you can, there's nothing on my mind. I could get an RV and I could go do that and be away for a month or two. I could do that. I mean, I really do have that capability, but then I got a wife that has a job, I got a kid in school, blah blah blah. So yeah, reality, right? The reality to life as you progress. And that's why I do so many things at my age. It's like man, once you get in your 70s and 80s, I mean, I'm not saying you can't do things, but boy oh boy, things do change. So if you're in your 50s and 60s and you can do a lot of exploring and do a lot of adventures, I'd highly recommend you go do that. I just have friends that are more in the page. They're not going to start doing a lot of things till they get retired. And I just think you're going to go buy a motorcycle again when you're 65 and you've been off the bike now for close to 40 years. I'm like, whatever, my ears are popping. Yep, here you go. More little, what the heck is this place here? This is a house. Oh, or is it? No, it's more, I don't know. I have no idea what that was. It's like a house. What people do is they're like, well, I'll just wait till I get retired and start doing things. And I get it. It's all about time and family and money and everything else. Here you go. One living. This truck is just incredible. I got to tell you, this truck just has this electric motor setup makes it so easy for this thing to get up the road. I went to 19 miles a gallon, so I've gained back from being all these back roads, and so I've got the pluses now. But the truck, I mean, it just doesn't struggle around the road, and it's just so comfortable. Whenever you watch my channel, be like, yeah, that Raptor was nice. Yes, no doubt. Raptor is very nice. No doubt. No doubt about it. I mean, I'm never going to take the side that, the Raptor wasn't as nice as this and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to take the side that this accommodates me better for what I do every day in my life, and for the towing capability, the fuel mileage capability, the comfort capability, the power capability. So for me, all the check boxes, they all check off. And for the Raptor, awesome truck. And if I lived in really bad back roads and dirt roads and country, and I'm riding the back roads all the time, then yeah, absolutely, I wouldn't get rid of that Raptor, because that thing would just soak up and eat up the bumps. Coming into our little town here. Always have his own storage lot right there. Big business. Yep, a lot of old money, old school up here. That's the thing. You travel around so much. Like, you go to Florida, there's just so much built up brand new stuff. It's incredible. It's incredible how much brand new stuff's being built down there. And then you get up in these areas, the rural areas, and it's just, it's just good old country, old school living. It's really interesting. There's a major river. Looks like right near the dealership. I think if I drove down that road a little further, I'd see a nice scenic river. I do that. Here's outside storage. Look at that. So how much money do they collect every month? Think about that. If that guy has a few hundred units in there or more, What is that? 20 grand, 30 grand a month? I mean, are you paying $100 a month? I'd be willing to bet. $100 a month, keep your RV at that location. That'd be my guess. 50? I don't know. All right. Getting closer and closer. Getting closer and closer to Pennsylvania, I guess. So is that a secondary lot? Probably. Yep, it is. It's the wintertime. Wintertime blues. Definitely less people out and about, but a decent amount of people. That old Chevy there. All the... Yep. Coming into Darlington, Maryland. Look at those old places all boarded up. Old shop. State highway, huh? There it is, the Susquehanna River Road. I guess so. Look at all the, they still have the Christmas stuff up. Good Lord. I'm sorry. Time to take down the Christmas stuff. Castleton Road. Wonder what they got a boat ramp down there. You'd think they would, but probably not. Alrighty, here it is. Boy, that's a pretty big building. See it here? Now, the owner of this, I mean, wow, to me, it's like, wow, the guy that owns this for family, their original dealership is next to York, Pennsylvania, Harley Davidson plant. I mean, so can you even imagine? So that guy's business just had to be incredibly lucrative because people go to the factory to see the bikes being built and whatever else, and then they're the next door. They're the the dealership. I'll tell you what, I'm just so intrigued. I think I'm going to take a little drive down this road real quick. I want to see this river. That's what I'm going to do first. It's all about the adventures. And it's like right here. It's really just right up the road. Look at this, Amish people. So I'm in the Amish area now. Whatever happened to that Amish series, like on Discovery Channel or whatever, the Amish Mafia? Whatever happened to that? Did they circumvent themselves? Sharing way too much information? So as they come over the hill, I'll probably run over an Amish person. I'm not careful. These people getting these horse and buggy carriages that go down the road. What is it about the Amish people, right? This thing here is wanting me to turn around and do all this other stuff, which I'm not doing that. Asana, AME. Look at that Berkeley Cemetery. That thing's like a brand new cemetery. Yikes. We just keep on going here. All right, well, I'm going to go down to Glen Cove Marina. How about that idea? Check that out. This truck just soaks up the bumps. Does a really good job. It's really comfortable. All the geese. Hey, what are you doing up here? Need you back at my place. Check it out here. saying private road. Kind of splits off two different directions down here. What happens then? Right? Ice patch down here for me. So I slide through the intersection. So I sure hope this ain't the river. That's for dang sure. Glen Cove Road. So interesting. I guess you go down here. 24 hours. I'm going to the unknown. So I drive off the cliff. Right? Oh, there it is. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? So there's the river. And wow. So where do you like turn around? Yikes. So this is actually right here is where you put in. So how the heck, as a boater, how the heck would you, with your trailer, look at that, with your trailer and your, your truck, how you doing this? You ain't bringing no big boat down here. No way. I mean, no way. My truck barely even turns around. Wow. So look at that. Is that pretty cool? But I mean, wow. Yep, ain't nobody here, but there's a big old river, good sized river. So yeah, how do you, I mean, sincerely, how would you put your boat in? I mean, you're telling me you have to back it all the way down this road here? I mean, sincerely? Wow. That's crazy. I mean, I have no idea. Very interesting. And here's where you park all your cars and trailers. I don't know, I guess you back it down. Wow. I mean, yikes. Look at that old rundown home. It's just kind of hard to believe in today's times of the value of property and houses. It's just beyond believable that you just see these abandoned homes that you think, wow, somebody could have kept it up. I mean, to me, it's family money. See, here's a cemetery. This seems like it's brand new. But to me, it's like the Mennonite type of cemetery. Interesting, right? Mennonite country.